If I told you right now, straight to the point, that keeping money in cash or sitting idle in your account is a silent way of becoming poorer, would you believe it? Because that's exactly what's happening. Every year, while you think you're being responsible by saving money, about 7% of its value is simply evaporating. Not because someone stole it. Not because you spent it. But because the system works this way, and no one explained it to you properly. Now answer me honestly, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, working, saving, being responsible, yet it still feels like you're going nowhere? That's not a coincidence. And it's not a lack of effort. It's a silent mistake. And maybe you're making it right now. Imagine this. You take $1,000 and save it. You don't touch it. You leave it there, safe. 1 year later, you still have $1,000. Seems fine, right? Wrong. Because that same $1,000 no longer buys the same things. Groceries are more expensive. Rent went up. Gas prices increased. Everything got more expensive, except your money. In practice, it's as if someone took a portion of it, without you noticing. This has a name, inflation. But don't think of it as a complicated term. Think of it like this. It's an invisible tax that eats away at your money every single day. And here's the problem. Most people were taught from a young age to do exactly this: save money. Save up. Don't spend. Leave it in savings. Cash means security. But no one told you the most important part. Money sitting still is money shrinking. Now let me show you something that can change the way you see everything. In the United States, many people work hard their entire lives. Money comes in, bills go out, and whatever is left, goes into a bank account. They believe they're being smart. But year after year, without realizing it, they're becoming poorer. Not because they're stupid. But because they're playing the wrong game. It's like running on a treadmill thinking you're moving forward. You put in effort. You get tired. You sweat. But you stay in the same place. And here's the truth that almost no one says directly. Saving money isn't the problem. Relying only on that is. Money needs to work. If it's standing still, it's losing. Simple as that. Now think with me. If you leave your money idle and it loses about 7% per year. That means that in 10 years, a huge portion of your purchasing power has simply disappeared. Without you doing absolutely anything. Now tell me. Does it make sense to work so hard, just to watch your money lose value in silence? This is where most people get stuck. Because when they hear this, they think. So I shouldn't save money. You should. But not the way you think. There's a huge difference between saving money passively and saving money with purpose. The first slowly makes you poorer. The second protects you, and can even make you wealthier. Let me tell you a short story. An ordinary guy, hardworking, just like millions in the US. Every month he saved part of his salary. He was disciplined. Proud of it. 10 years later, he had a good amount saved. But when he went to use that money, he noticed something strange. It wasn't enough. It felt smaller than it should have been. Life had gotten more expensive. Much more. And his money didn't keep up. That's when he realized. He wasn't saving. He was losing, slowly. Now pay attention to this, because it's the most important point so far. Wealth is not about how much money you save. It's about how much of your money keeps its value, or grows, over time. And that changes the entire game. If you understand this, you're already ahead of most people. But there's still a problem. Knowing this changes nothing if you keep doing the same thing. And this is exactly where almost everyone fails. Now pay very close attention. I'm going to show you what people who actually build wealth do differently, and how they make money work for them, even starting from zero. Because yes, there is a simple way out of this cycle. And once you understand it, you'll never look at money the same way again. These people think differently. While most people save money out of fear of losing it, they use money strategically so they don't lose. And here's the turning point. Average people try to protect money. Smart people make money protect itself. Think about it in a very simple way. If idle money loses value every year, then the only logical move is to put that money into something that grows faster than it loses. It's not about taking crazy risks. It's about refusing to lose in silence. In the United States, those who understand this early completely change their lives. Because they don't let their money sleep. They put it to work. And how does it work? In three main ways. Growing. Generating returns. Multiplying. Let's translate that simply, like a direct conversation. Growing means, your money increases over time. Generating returns means, it pays you while you still own it. Multiplying means, what it earns gets reinvested and grows even more. It's a snowball effect. And this is where things start to get interesting. Imagine this. You don't need to work twice as hard. You don't need to win the lottery. You just need to stop playing against yourself. Because leaving money idle is, in practice, playing against yourself. Now let me show you the mistake that traps 90% of people. They think like this. When I have more money, I'll start. But the truth is the opposite. You start to have more money. Some people wait for money to be left over. But it never is. Because without a strategy, money always finds a way to disappear. Now those who understand the game do something different. They pay themselves first. They invest first. And only then do they spend. It may seem small, but it changes everything. Because it's not about the amount. It's about the habit. Now imagine two people. The first keeps money in a bank account. The second puts that same money into something that grows, even slowly. After a few years, the difference between them isn't small. It's massive. Because one fought against the system. And the other used the system in their favor. And here's something most people don't realize. Time rewards those who act, and punishes those who wait. Every year you leave money idle, you are basically accepting a loss. And the worst part? You don't even feel it happening. Now let me be direct with you. You don't need to understand everything about investing. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to understand one simple rule. Idle money is guaranteed loss. Well-positioned money is opportunity. And here's another important point. It's not about putting your money into just anything. It's about putting it into things that have historically grown over time. Things that keep up with or outperform inflation. Things that make sense. Because the biggest risk isn't investing. It's not investing and pretending everything is fine. Now think about this carefully. If you keep doing exactly what you've always done, you already know where that leads. More effort. More time. And the same feeling of being stuck. But if you change one decision, just one decision, you change the entire direction of your financial life. And it all starts with something simple. Stop treating money as something that should sit still. And start treating it as something that needs to move. To grow. To work. Because at the end of the day, either you learn how to make money work for you, or you'll spend your entire life working for money that never truly grows. And now that you've seen this clearly, you can't pretend you don't know anymore. And this is exactly where things get uncomfortable. Because now you're aware. Before, it was just a lack of information. Now, it's a choice. And simple choices, repeated every month, build completely different destinies. It's not about doing something massive once. It's about doing the basics, consistently. Let me show you how this works in practice. Imagine that every month you set aside a portion of what you earn. It doesn't matter if it's a lot or a little. What matters is that it happens before anything else. No negotiation. No excuses. Now, instead of letting that money sit idle, you direct it. With intention. With strategy. With one single goal, not letting it lose value, and, if possible, making it grow. At first, it feels slow. Almost invisible. You look at it and think, this won't change anything. And that's exactly where most people quit. But what no one tells you is that financial growth is not linear. It's silent at the beginning, and explosive later. It's like planting a tree. In the first months, it seems like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, the roots are growing. Getting stronger. Preparing. And when it finally shows, it grows fast. Much faster than those who gave up ever imagined. Now think about your money the same way. Every amount you invest is a root. Every consistent month adds depth. More strength. And then there comes a point where something shifts. You stop relying only on your effort. Because now, there's something working alongside you. That's what separates those who stay in the cycle from those who break the cycle. Those who stay in the cycle trade time for money. Always. If they stop working, the money stops. Simple as that. Those who break the cycle create sources that keep working. Even when they're not there. And no, this isn't something only rich people do. This is exactly how ordinary people become wealthy. They didn't start with a lot. They started by understanding. And then, taking action. Now let me ask you something important. How many years have you worked so far? And how many of those years has your money actually worked for you? If the answer is none, you're not late. But you also can't keep doing the same thing. Because time will pass either way. The difference is, will it work against you? Or in your favor? And here's a simple but powerful truth. You don't build wealth from what you earn. You build wealth from what you do with what you earn. Some people earn a lot, and stay stuck. Others earn less, but grow. The difference isn't income. It's behavior. And behavior can be changed. Starting today. With one decision. Start small. But start right. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. There will always be a bill, an emergency, a convincing excuse. But while you wait, your money keeps losing value. Every single day. Now imagine the opposite. Even with little. You start. Even without knowing everything. You start. And over time, you learn. Adjust. Improve. But most importantly, you get out of inertia. Because the worst financial position isn't making mistakes. It's doing nothing. And all of this brings us back to the starting point. Saving money thinking it's safe, might be exactly what's holding you back. Now you know. And knowing this changes the game. The only question left is, will you keep playing the way you always have? Or will you finally start playing to win?